toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it away to get things started. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So the USC Trojans offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation and make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Trojans in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Just need a few inches on 3rd down to move the sticks on this opening drive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete out of the backfield. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was 4th down, and they'll give up the ball. So the Illinois Fighting Illini now go on offense, and they'll have it for the first time. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Illinois! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
At think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for space, it's Jordan. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Give to the running back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Trojans send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. Looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Drive from their own 42-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the 1st down.
Basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
The give to the tailback. Spins away from the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It was jarring to think of USC in the Big Ten, but year after Caleb Williams, even more problematic, the number of losses. It's year 4 under Lincoln Riley, and they need some improvement.
And it's got to come on offense, ironically enough. That's one thing that you're used to saying about Lincoln Riley. They're constantly explosive. Quarterbacks are always winning Heisman trophies. That wasn't the case. That consistency wasn't there, David, and they need to get back to that.
Yeah, I'm so used to watching them just explode and them take people apart. And last year started hot with LSU, but then they fell off the rails. So do they get that explosive nature back? And is USC the brand? Is it good?
It's a running room. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sanders. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Rushes on him. Got him downfield. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, USC. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw. It's Altmaier. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojan. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right
so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he steps to the sidelines on this return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14,
and that ball's free behind the line. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Trojans! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Working that left side now. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Second down coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. The throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Quarterback running on the draw. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To throw, it's Altmaier. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Got a man. It's Dixon. At the 40, there he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Got out of trouble and throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It's first and goal as Illinois comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Wide out trying to get it in. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. Third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion.
Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give from the gun. Oh, he's got a chance. He breaks the tackle. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the...
It's a seam wide open. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams, everything.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play at 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth down attempts, this offense will try it here. Going downfield for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. The defense takes advantage, forces the...
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
you ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Caught over the middle. It's Sanders. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside give. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Let's go! He'll keep it on the sneak. Scores on the sneak!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Fires to the big fella. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the ball.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Here's the handoff. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Working the big fella to the corner. Good, solid tackle. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead.
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up end. He's not even going to come close to the first down, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he's going to bring this one out.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man
to go. To the air, it's Altmaier. He's going to fire deep. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Dumps it off in the flats. Plows through the defense. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That is how you play defense. You drop back. Let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, that takes some serious onions. Backed up inside your own 10, and you're going for it on 4th down. No dice. Offense now set up an easy position to get a score.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Really don't like that play call for two reasons. Number one, if you're down inside the 3-yard line, just run the football. Trust your guys up front to be able to get it done. But two, if you are going to throw it, it's got to be a bang-bang play. You've got to have slants or quick outs or a back shoulder fade. Anything long developing, it just forces the quarterback to have to hold on to the football. And because of that, he took a terrible sack.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He's going for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns for the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Altmaier. Flushed out of the pocket. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 35.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. Lead is huge. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They want that clock to run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The offense changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. It's Altmaier. Under fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Turning on the Jets. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Throws for the tight end. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he puts through the extra point.
Roughing the kick. Defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he wasn't even able to get back to the 25-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Last pass ball's incomplete, and that's going to do it. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Pasadena, California, and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains, Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Washington Huskies taking on the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the game. And he makes his way out of bounds on the return. So the Washington Huskies offense will have the opening possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the first drive ends with a pick. He was looking for running room, but they get him down to the 28, and now they are set up.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, a little icing on the Sunday to go with it. Great start for this defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here we go. Break. Set. The inside handoff. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
4th and short. I already called my 3rd down play knowing I was going for it on 4th down. So you better believe I got the play locked and loaded. We're going for it on 4th down.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. On the ground, it's Thomas. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bruins. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Touch pass on the run. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Finds his man. It's Evans. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, that's a huge completion on 3rd down. And David, he was double covered. I mean, what do you do as a coordinator moving forward now trying to stop this guy from making plays?
I can't tell you how frustrating that is. I got 2 on you. Like, I'm sending resources to stop this guy, and he's still making plays. You got to get more pressure on the quarterback. You got to disguise. You got to do something. But apparently that guy, you can't cover, even with 2.
Williams looking for a man. He's got his man. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on. Wide open spaces. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his big tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Bruins are on the move. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The Bruins looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Trying to slam in. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's got an open man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, a lot of space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
The give on the option. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. 2024 was a transition year for UCLA. New coach, new schemes, but one surprise was Carson Schlesinger, third in the nation in tackles. He's now in the NFL, David, so what's the big adjustment for this defense?
Well, I tell you what, the team finished strong, and whenever you change coaching staffs, you need that believe, that buy-in moment. Finishing 4-2 down the stretch, I thought was a good thing. So can the defense swarm? Can they game tackle? Who's the next guy in this rotation that's going to step up and make plays?
He's got it. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
A strike downfield, flying down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll line up for a second down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Snagged out of the air. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Tempo in overdrive. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Bruins get it past the sticks. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
To the air on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the ball's on the ground. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Touchdown, UCLA! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bruins! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kick coverage team was ready in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take the knee in the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll go to the counter play. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Williams will pass. He'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds.
Here we go. Do the show. Quick.
Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Bully ball on 3rd and short.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, you get... To be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Bruins have their offense in high gear.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Bruins back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Running to the left. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The run from the shotgun. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll try to pass their way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Touchdown, UCLA! And the punishment has been extended.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Williams looking for a man. Quick completion on the out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Right down the middle. He's got it. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take up.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Third down coming.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 1.
Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That keeps the score. UCLA. 31.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they...
He's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards.
It's a running room. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Starts a drive trying to go up top. A lot of defenders around on that screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. There he goes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice.
Hits a seam wide open. Oh, he's getting, continues to fight for yards. 10. Touchdown, Washington. He would not be denied.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Williams will pass. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Smart move to keep it on the ground. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
And the Bruins need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Quarterback may change this route. This is a design run. And the ball is free on the pitch. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Williams looking for a man. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, David. It looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense comes.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Williams will pass. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches quarterback in college, he would have pulled the
and down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
This is the kind of conference matchup where you could say throw out the records, except both teams are having outstanding seasons, coming in ranked in the top 25. Looking forward to this one. Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 16th ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Ducks will kick this away to start us off. Bringing it out, it's Simpson. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Michigan's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. They'll be challenged today by one of the elite linebacker groups in the sport for impact players who fly around and are capable of just taking over football games.
Yeah, Chris, I think it's the versatility of what these guys do that really makes them so unique. I mean, they can play off ball and defend the run, and if you get into passing situations, oftentimes you'll see these guys blitz or get up near the line of scrimmage and pressure the quarterback. When you have that kind of ability, it's rare, let alone to have two of them. So that's why this defense is one of the best. This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. He's got the first and still going. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job at pitching it. How about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
And the Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitches to the back. And this time he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Defense all over him that time.
And the defense is all over the option on this play. That play didn't have a chance from the beginning.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. He's looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Gets rid of it on the move. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the Oregon Ducks offense comes out for their first possession today. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. It's going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Back to throw. It's Moore. Makes a quick grab. Breaks into the clear. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's
just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
That completion sets up an important third down play. Can he make it to the marker? The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
Man, I love the toughness from this offense here on third down and short. Being able to get behind a big physical offensive line, they get a hat on a hat, get enough of a push, and the back is able to get behind there and find just enough real estate to pick up the first down.
Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
And that pass is way off the mark. I'm not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
He gets loose. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back.
And 3rd and short to hand the ball off. You make the stop, but that gains enough to set him up first down at the 14.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Gonna run it. It's Whittington. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Here we go. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. He's stopping behind the line. That'll set up fourth down now.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks.
What a beautiful post route right over the top, and it splits this defense for 6 points. Great recognition by the quarterback to see the void in the middle third of this secondary and confidently deliver that strike.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away, and they finally get things going this time. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. And looking to throw now on first down. On the move now. Contact as he threw it. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. The quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Makes the catch. It's Marshall. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Makes the grab. It's Simpson. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on third down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Getting set. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Well, they've got him behind the line. A tackle for loss to conclude the first quarter of play. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Handoff from the shotgun. Breaks free. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
The Wolverines will have to kick this away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And it's taken right around the 35. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. And now the first play of this drive, they're set up at the 37. On first down, it's play action. The pass rush closing in. Oh, he makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Back to throw. It's Moore. Pressure is coming. Taking a deep shot here to the right. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. 15-yard defensive pass interference. That player will get an earful on the sidelines. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Toss play to the outside.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
Handoff running right. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. The Wolverines pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
They get just enough for the first down here. Nice job by the offensive line, controlling the line of scrimmage and giving the back a chance to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's running out of time here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. A completion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They make the stop, but the screen pass fools the defense enough to pick up first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Wolverines keep the football on the move. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
You know what's happening here right now is this quarterback is just taking what the defense is giving him. Not forcing anything downfield. Finding ways to be able to continue to move the ball down the field. Another example. Nice job here picking up the first down.
And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Here he goes. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Now here's the toss play. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
The Wolverines will have to kick it away.
On to punt it away.
The coverage team able to bring him down. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Quick throw over the middle. And it's picked off. He throws it right in the double coverage and pays for it. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards. They're on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to find some room. It's Haynes. They test the middle there, but get nothing. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So it's 3rd and short with the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Grab near the sticks. It's Hansen. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a first down at the 21. The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. The shotgun running play call. Who's in the clear? End zone ahead. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that's how you close a half off as an offense. Leaning on the run game. Get into the end zone, and now you've got a chance to take the lead before the half. You talk about potentially ending this half on a high note.
The AT good. It's a 7-6 game. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and it cost the offense 5. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. To the air. It's Moore. Looking deep to the right side. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the first half.
It's another deep shot. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Looks like one more play here before halftime. First down pass attempt. He's hit as he throws it. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Gentlemen, 1 half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Emphasis here on cutting down on turnovers, a couple of them in the first half, and that's why they're trailing. So the drive will begin from the 1-yard line, 99 away from the end zone. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. This one ends up a safety. After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're fortunate to have the lead at the break with those pass protection problems. Let's see if they can clean that up here in the third quarter. They're going to run the option. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
Huge loss there. Could be a momentum changer. They'll come up now second down and very long. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other, that the defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
Play fake, looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
And the Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. Ball fielded at the 45. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Looking downfield, it's Moore. Checks this down to the running back. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do.
And the Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards.
False start, offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. And the same runner's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, this spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. He's swarmed by the defense.
Great response by this offense after losing all those yards. Now they've got a chance here on 3rd down to run the football, find a lane, pick up a good chunk, and now they have a chance here on this 3rd and medium.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red. Breaks into the clear. Enough to convert on third there. So first down from the 12 now.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackled down at the 3 after the catch. Defense up against it now.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Here's the option play. Touchdown, Oregon, to put them on top now.
Chris, I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Oh, he's missed it. The extra point is no good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together with this drive? And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll try the option play here. He'll pitch it. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over the option play that time. Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Hands off to the left. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. The Wolverines hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
That's a really good run by this offense, and Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense, looking for a first down.
Stop right near midfield, and it'd be a first down. They come up on first down. Clock running, final minute here of the 3rd quarter. And here's the handoff. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Well, they trap him for a sack.
Well, Chris, after another sack, these guys are going to be facing another 3rd down and long situation. It seems like that's been the theme in this football game. They cannot stay on schedule offensively, making it very easy for the defense to get after the quarterback when you know he's in a must-throw situation.
Sure hands. It's Hansen. Let's check out this running back comparison. These guys have been excellent, pounding away and seemingly only getting stronger. Sets up as a classic finish. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. That's caught. It's Simpson. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth. Play, and they will take over on downs now. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. They'll hand it off. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Catch made on the right side.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here? Defense is coming after him. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Using his legs, it's Haynes. They'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's third down and 3. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
I love it. Third down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for you. And he does here at a critical moment in his football game in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Caught over the middle. It's Klein. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action and you throw to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. Well, you know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The pocket breaking down. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
He escapes the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Grab behind the line. It's Haynes. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. They could use some yards here on third down. A field goal try would be from 54. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that's not good. They didn't move the football an inch. And more importantly, look at the precious time it's ticking off this clock. They better pick up the pace if they're going to win this game.
Here we are late in a one-score game where they're going to go loose from ball. The offense recovers the fumble with the clock winding down. That would have been a crucial turnover. The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Very important possession here. Defense did a great job preserving that three-point lead. Now it's the offense's turn to build that cushion. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Looking to pass. It's Moore. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Pounding away with the run game. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Catch made on the left side. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. And now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Ducks looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. And the offense will just take a knee. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated them.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.